corona, 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 corona. One, wash your hands. Two, don't touch me. Three, wear a mask. Four,
do not touch your face with your dirty hand.
Next, you have to do the social distance, at least 6 feet or 2 meters. If you want to sneeze or cough, don't forget to dab.
Means you have to put your mouth between your elbows.
Stay safe at your home, like turtles and snails. Don't go anywhere.
For necessary things like work or shopping.
After going out, when you arrive at your home, don't sit, don't touch, wash your hand.
Yeet, your clothes, take a bath, and then you can rest.
But it doesn't mean that you have to take a bath every time. Taking a bath is just necessary.
But it doesn't mean you don't have to take a bath.
Isolate yourself when you get sick and drink some medicine. If necessary, go to a particular hospital.
Stay healthy and keep everything clean.
The drive to make a coronavirus vaccine moved very quickly. This week, the first of several dozen healthy volunteers in Seattle, Washington, received the vaccine in the phase 1 safety trial sponsored by the US government.
Similar safety trials of others coronavirus vaccine will also begin.
Even when this first in-human trial takes place, key questions about how our immune system fights viruses and how to safely trigger an immune response similar to a vaccine remain unanswered. The answer may come immediately from the research on the infected people and animal models, but some investigators say that the lack of the information should not make experts start safety trial in the human.
Others are concerned that if the vaccine candidates released on an accelerated schedule turn out to be ineffective or worse, not safe.
It could send investigators back to the drawing board and eventually delay the development and massive launch of the effective vaccine. Here are some of the key questions that scientists hope to answer to develop a coronavirus vaccine. That's another big unknown: short-lived immunity for coronaviruses that cause colds. Even people who have high levels of antibodies to these viruses can still be infected, says Stanley Perlman, a coronavirologist at the University of Iowa in Iowa City.
More cryptic evidence for the other two coronaviruses that have triggered the epidemic are those that cause acute respiratory syndrome or SARS and Middle Eastern respiratory syndrome or MERS.
Perlman said his team had found that after people recovered from MERS, their antibodies to the virus dropped dramatically. He also said that his team had collected data, and it hasn't been published to show that SARS antibodies still exist in the body 15 years after infection.
But it is not clear whether this immune response is sufficient to prevent reinfection.
We don't have long-lasting evidence of immunity, but we also don't have really good data from SARS and MERS, Perlman added. Usually, vaccines enter human trial after the testing for safety and effectiveness in the animal.
But the Moderna vaccine and other vaccines being developed by Inovio Pharmaceuticals in Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania, are being tested on animals in connection with phase in human trials.
Inovio plans to start the first human trials in April. Investigators report injection this Immunio vaccine, a DNA molecule carrying instructions to make protein surge, into mice and guinea pig.
They found that the animal produced antibodies and T cells against the virus.
Study leader Kate Broderick, Immunio senior vice president for preclinical research and development, said that his team has now given a vaccine to monkeys and will soon begin studies where vaccinated animals are infected with the virus to see if they are protected. Such challenge studies are also in the works for Moderna vaccine, Graham said.
He added that large and expensive trials about whether a vaccine can prevent infections in humans would not be processed without data from animals.
Diamond hopes that when investigators learn more about infection from research in humans and animals, they will know better which vaccines are the most successful. Because vaccines are given to healthy people in the large quantities, vaccines usually have higher level of security than drugs given to the people who are already sick.
The SARS-CoV-2 vaccine, the main safety problem for researchers is to avoid a phenomenon called increased disease, where vaccinated people develop more severe forms of disease than people who have never been vaccinated.
Peter Huddes, a vaccine scientist at Baylor College of Medicine in Houston, Texas, thinks the potential of vaccine must be tested in animals first to rule out an increase in disease before trials continue in humans. He said he understood the reason for pushing the SARS-CoV-2 vaccine to the human test quickly, but added that because of the possibility that the vaccine could increase the disease.
Large human studies only after human and animal studies confirm that vaccine is safe.
Says that the risk of increase is low, but the risk of not getting the vaccine advances quickly, so we can have something available for the following winter to at least test in the field, and the risk is quite high. We still do not know how the reaction of the vaccine, whether it will work or not, or whether it will be safe or not for humans.
But the most important thing is stay home and save lives to help stop coronavirus.
Remember, all you have to do is stay home as much as you can.
Keep a safe distance.
Wash hands often. Cover your cough.
Sick? Call ahead.